Let's get on to Champions League Match Day 2. I wanted to speak about the Champions League Match Day 2. Like I said before at the start of the show,
I was just going to remind you what you said. I was just going to remind you about what you said.
Yeah, I don't go into the great details, but some stats drop.
But before you continue, I quite understand. It doesn't get really heated up until the
match day 4, 5,
match day 4, match day 5, where you start to think there's a real possibility that there could be an upset in this group or that group. But I think the excitement is all about just the competition. Once that anthem is being played, there's a feel the competition brings.
You're here for 6 matches. You can put it on your phone and play.
But this, funny thing is that
there's
this
one,
season,
there's one guy,
you can put it on your phone.
This season zone is different, anyways. Group E.
But I sorry. You say I can put it on my phone, but I won't see somebody doing like this.
And you can do it. I know you're doing it. You can stand in the mirror.
Ronaldo licking his lips.
But anyways, if you look at Group E, after 2 games, nobody would have thought Chelsea would be last on the group. I think some other groups as well. There are a lot of upset this time around.
But we've seen that before in Champions League.
But it started really well.
This one is different.
I think across board.
This one is different.
I think across board there've been really, really big
So
surprises.
basically, you don't think Chelsea qualify?
No, they will qualify. I think Chelsea will qualify. No, I think they will qualify.
Panadol for IBK's headache.
They might not. I don't think they will.
Right.
I don't
That's
think
it.
they will.
That's it. I just wanted to make sure that you have
Because
a
of the
prediction.
World Cup, I think they are trying to rush the group stages.
No, they are not trying to rush. They are trying to
Yeah,
take their
they
time.
take that time.
That's why I'm saying that there might not be time for Chelsea to recover from. You are playing this week.
So what
I
you're
think
basically
it's
saying is
just
that
one team.
what you're basically saying is that they might reach 2 games. Chelsea has 2 more games. You
That's
can't play it.
That's how Real Madrid lost to Sheriff, and all of you were
but
carrying
that's
stones.
Madrid
and
now,
they
bro.
went on and won it.
Bro,
I'm not
that's
saying
Madrid.
Chelsea and Madrid, but I just like the surprises. Napoli beating Liverpool. I'm surprised by Leverkusen beat
Beating
Atletico
Atletico
Madrid.
Yeah.
I was shocked. Absolutely shocked that Porto lost to
They didn't even score one goal.
Club Brugge.
Woefully.
Juventus lost at home. As I said, please remove Juventus from your ticket
I
if you want
was
to be
shocked
happy.
I was shocked that Barca lost against Bayern.
Will you keep quiet? Will you keep quiet?
I think Barca got to a point where when they see Bayern Munich, people talk about being
it's not
being
a psychological
sincere,
stuff.
right? Being sincere. You can say, look, is there a chance we can give this game to them and rest our players for more important things? No. Look, so I think that football, is a game played on merits. But can football evolve to that point where you're like, let's sacrifice this game to win here. So take the 3 points so we can rest our players. Yeah. For example, I'm just painting a hypothetical scenario. Barca play Bayern Munich, right? Match day 1, Champions League, and for whatever reason, there's an Clasico that weekend, right? Barca have some players that are not that are touch and go as far as fitness goes. Can we get to a point where we're like, UEFA, this team will beat us, and we have a Clasico this weekend.
You can never get to that point
Right.
in Jesus' name.
Can we?
I remember when Cedros was playing for Arsenal.
You're on the route to that
I remember
position.
when Cedros was playing for Arsenal, and every time we wanted to play Chelsea, you just had that feeling as an Arsenal fan that Drogba was going to score. This game was not going to go our
It was
way.
a giving. Drogba will
Like
score.
Chelsea will win. Don't worry. Drogba is on the
Yes,
pitch.
psychology works in football.
So
It works well
I
in
think-
football.
Wait, you didn't think so?
So at some point we should think about this.
It works
In
well
the
in football.
Crazy proposal.
Bayern-Barca rivalry in the last few years, Thomas
It's been
Muller has been
embarrassing.
the champion of that. You see
It's been
Thomas
embarrassing.
Muller-
I saw it.
Thomas
and-
Muller will go on Instagram and say, today we faced at FC Barcelona. In fact, he will tag them so that their Instagram
Yeah.
account will receive.
I love it actually. I love.
Thomas-
I think
Thomas Muller is a
Thomas Muller is
crazy
one
guy.
of the
Crazy guy.
one of the more.
After the win, he posted again on Instagram. Very good victory
Happy
against
birthday.
at FC Barcelona.
Oh my baby.
Yeah. I think he's one of the
trouble.
more liberal players.
Yeah.
I think he creates.
He has to retire at Barca.
He was
lost lots of
tweeting
retire.
before the game
He
that
loves
that
playing
Mane has
Barca.
been disturbing him for the last 10 days. He said, don't pass the ball
Don't
to
pass the
Lewa.
ball to Lewandowski.
Yeah.
Noya did it now. In that game, guys, you don't forget to say no be your teammate again.
Right.
You be showed me one video. Lewandowski was,
Going to dressing room.
dressing room.
That guy was just like this. I'll put it up, right? So
also in size.
let's get on to the last 2 things on the show today. Let's get on to team of the week. Des, we asked you to pick your team of the week, and this is what you came up with in Champions League, which is why this is how we wanted to approach Champions League match day 2, right? We wanted to make sure that we didn't go through all the games one by one, start speaking about all the players you already know about and you've seen. So, Des, walk us through how you arrived at this 11 players, starting from the goalkeeper.
Antonio Adan, former Real Madrid goalkeeper. I thought he was excellent against Tottenham. His ball-playing ability from the goal, it was exceptional. He started most of the attacks from the defense and made a lot of saves. In fact, all Tottenham shots on target, he saved all. There were about 5. Lucas Hernandez, Bayern Munich, well-taken header against Barcelona. Joel Matip, very important goal in the dying minute against Ajax to give Jurgen Klopp's men some hope. Olidon Kusunu, the Ivorian for Leverkusen, he was the best defender on the pitch against Atletico Madrid. Joao Cancelo, fantastic pass for cross for.
Hold on, we want to pause there.
Yeah, but you
can't say that and just move past like that.
Because look at Modric. Look at Modric in the Champions League semi-final last year against Chelsea. Outside of the boot, this guy puts it away. Great, because he's Luka Modric. Yeah. It's great. We know his technical ability. Yeah. But when a fullback consistently does this,
and in fact,
he doesn't do it once in a while. Yeah. He consistently does it.
I think the reason you get that from him is the fact that he's playing a left back position.
No, I think it's because he's just incredible.
Is that guy the best left back in the world now?
Possibly.
No. Alphonso Davies
going forward.
That performance against Barcelona was mental.
but
that boy was mental.
That was Alphonso Davies' best performance in a while.
He fell
off. He fell off after the hype.
He had a health issue.
Then
bro,
he broke up with his girlfriend.
Had to go meet him after the game. Bro,
how do you do it?
So this is what I think. This is what I think, right? I think that Joao Cancelo or Yao.
Joao. He's Portuguese, so
yeah. I think that Joao Cancelo is a player who's clearly benefiting from playing on the left.
Okay.
Right? Playing on the left. If you're a defender and you're a fullback, when you play on any side of the pitch, if you're a right back, you're playing the line is like a wall for you. So you can play the expanse of the pitch. Lean. So you're not worried about anything coming from here.
Mm-hmm. You can see it well. You can see
so
everywhere.
Nobody's going to tackle you from here.
Yeah.
You know that everything you need to do is here. Same thing when you go. So even better when you convert from a right footer to left back.
But you can be a block too if you're a right footer. So you constantly have to cut back.
Constantly have to cut back. So I'll tell you why it's even better for him. Because he constantly has to cut back into where his line of sight is. Right? He's cutting back into his best foot. With a fullback that is left-footed, you have to play like this. Your runs have to be like this. So most times you have to run vertical, but he can come into midfield easily because he's coming onto his stronger foot, right? But it can also be a problem when he's tackling backwards. Because if you're playing a left-footed winger on the right wing, they can cut back onto your weaker foot.
Yeah,
right?
And you won't recover.
Right. So, they cut back on your stronger foot. So that could be a good thing.
Yeah,
right?
It can be a good thing, but I just feel like his technical ability.
I don't think anybody touches him.
I think his technical ability is just too good. To be able to see that pass, to be able to achieve it.
Yeah.
And people will not realize how good that look, because it's easy to say, let me try something.
Yeah.
But to be able to pull it off was just incredible.
I think the goal itself.
We have to let this walk. Yeah.
Okay. It's also funny because I remember Joao Cancelo in Juventus 3-4 years ago with Ronaldo.
How Juventus sold him and bought what's that guy?
Danilo.
He's not a bad player.
He's not a bad player. But how do you sell that and get Danilo?
No. To be fair to Juventus, Cancelo was poor in Juventus. I remember watching Cancelo. He could not make a simple cross to Ronaldo so many times, but all of a sudden he just exploded at Man City. Probably that's the Pep effect, And
why
in defense, in the midfield?
No, we don't need to
Joshua
know.
Kimmich.
Put it in.
Joshua Kimmich in the midfield. We saw how good he was against Barcelona. He was blocking all the passing lanes from the Barca midfield. Lewandowski was not receiving much service against Bayern. I think I have Mohamed Kudus there. Me and Wally were talking about Mohamed Kudus, how exceptional he has been for Ajax this season.
Yeah.
Against them, I think it was in Rangers. Against Rangers
Hold on
in
a
the
second.
first game.
Let's have this thing back up. Yeah, go for it.
Mohamed Kudus was exceptional against Rangers in the first game. In the weekend, he scored twice again for Ajax, and against Liverpool, we saw how good he was.
But that goal was it fluke?
It was not. It was not fluke. He actually
He meant that stuff.
He actually does that regularly. That's Kudus.
Bro, that goal.
Why do you have Kimmich here?
Kimmich.
Yeah.
I just talked about Kimmich. I mean, he was in the midfield against. If you remove Kimmich from the Bayern Munich midfield, I do not think Barcelona are going home.
Struggled.
I thought they played off the park.
I thought he struggled on the day. Because
I thought Goretzka actually had a better impact. When
I understand why you have De Bruyne and Kudus, but I would have had Jamal Musiala.
Yeah,
somewhere
Musiala
in the
should have
mix.
been.
Musiala was
Yeah.
brilliant.
Musiala,
But he doesn't play deep.
I'm kind of the traditional guy. I would not put a Musiala in the DM.
Yeah, of course.
because
He
Musiala is
doesn't
more
play
attacking.
there.
Of course, yeah.
He doesn't play that.
Yeah.
Kimmich also transits a lot when he plays now.
But
I
he's-
don't
but he's-
I
but
don't usually
he's-
see him in that DM.
No,
every time.
No, he's
that's
a
his
box to
goal.
box. He plays well.
Doctor.
Plays well.
That-
That's
what
why.
he
But
does.
that's why Des has the formation this week. So when you're doing your next week, you can put Messi
Me,
in the
3-5-2
defensive position, right?
ASAP.
Right. Please walk us through to the end.
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, what more can we say about this guy? the best player in the Premier League for me in the past 5-6 years. The PFA they
Thank God
give it
for
to
you.
Mohamed Salah and all of that, but Kevin De Bruyne is that guy. Joao Mario, well taken goal against
This
Juventus.
guy helped my ticket last week.
Benfica.
God bless you, bro.
a very important point for Benfica.
Last minute penalty.
and because of his goal, Benfica have a fighting chance in that group. Edijenko, same thing. Well taken
At 37.
goal. At 37, exactly. Well taken goal, beautiful assist. Beautiful assist for Inter Milan. He's the reason why Inter Milan still have, a say in that group as well. Lionel Messi, I almost did not put him, but I was like, well, he's the GOAT. He's not the GOAT though. He's arguably the GOAT. But he was very good against Maccabi Haifa.
So that's Dez's Champions League match day team of the match day 2 team of the week.
But
And
in this entire team, this guy is my favorite. Honestly.
yeah, I saw your tweet about him. Mohamed Kudus. I think that Virgil van Dijk needs to
Maybe next time you should add your ratings to it as well.
needs to be a bit more aware of people inside the box. I think it's ridiculous. That guy turns 180 in the box and shoots.
Is
And
Virgil van Dijk as good as he was before?
I think he's still. I think there's a bit of confidence is lacking in his game.
I think the team is struggling.
Hold on a sec. I think there's a bit of confidence lacking in his game. I think the team overall are struggling, which would expose every player's weaknesses. But also the things that he was getting away with then, he's not getting away with it now because the team, as a sum of his parts, is not functioning properly, right? Yeah. And the players around him are also struggling. I mean, Robertson is struggling a bit.
Injured.
Trent is struggling.
Trent is
very
struggling
obviously,
badly.
and that's down to the midfield struggling a lot because Trent is still doing the same things he was doing a couple of years ago. But the midfield is
Jordan
very weak.
Henderson. Trent goes up a lot,
Henderson-
and Jordan Henderson usually slots in.
Talks in.
I think
without Jordan Henderson, that team is like this. It's very open because even with Fabinho, because Fabinho is a great guy, but sometimes he mistimes tackles and they take the ball past him. Henderson is the guy who does a dirty job, covers up for everybody.
I disagree with you. I think the person
We don't look. This is not the Liverpool show.
the person you're supposed to talk about to appreciate more in that Liverpool
Anfield
squad
watch.
is Matip.
This is not the Anfield watch.
It's actually Matip. Matip is the one who's been covering Van Dijk for a while now, and I will say it again that now that he's back, I think he was smiling. Van Dijk was smiling after the game. He was really happy. You saw that.
I think
He was happy.
I think the midfield is
my
the
guy is
problem.
back. My messenger. My sender is back. I can send this.
IBK.
So the team will win, you know,
IBK,
go smile.
IBK, I think the midfield is the problem. I think the midfield is the problem.
It doesn't mean you don't win.
Henderson doesn't
So
have the
we have
legs
to move on. We have to finish the show.
All right, guys. I'm a man that needs no introduction on this show. It remains the Hindsight Podcast. When it comes to talking sport, when it comes to talking football all around the world. You get the best information from this particular podcast. You can always join us online, on YouTube, on IG, anywhere online. You can always join. Even on Clubhouse, we're there for you to dish you the best information when it comes to sports all around the world. Stay tuned always.
Cloud. Reach out.